This edition of Radio Stone Update is sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology in yet another brand-new state-of-the-art factory. Learn more at www.quantra.in.
Hi, I'm Kay Shipper with the latest in hard surfaces industry news from Radio Stone Update. Once again, California is the epicenter of the nationwide debate over the use of crystalline silica-based engineered stone. Last month, a physicians group asked the state's workplace safety regulators to ban the use of engineered stone in the state. The petition was submitted to the state's Occupational Safety and Health Standards Board, the OSHSB, on December 12th. The group, officially the Western Occupational and Environmental Medical Association, or WOEMA, asked the expedited rulemaking to ban fabrication and installation of engineered stone containing more than 1% crystalline silica. The organization is made up of more than 500 occupational safety physicians and other workplace safety experts in 7 southwestern U.S. states. California law requires the OSHSB to review the petition and issue a decision within 6 months. WOEMA noted previous California efforts to regulate engineered stone through state standards and the recent passage of the state's SB 20, but contends it's not enough. Quote, "The evidence is now clear that engineered stone containing crystalline silica is too toxic to fabricate and install safely," end quote, the petition states. Quote, "And education and enforcement alone will not be sufficient to curtail the escalating occupational health safety emergency caused by this product," end quote. WOEMA also cited California Department of Public Health data showing 447 cases of engineered stone-caused silicosis with 25 known deaths. Also, workplace inspection numbers from Cal-OSHA showed 93 of 99 shop inspections revealed violations of air quality rules, with 24 serious enough to require shop or specific operation shutdowns. At least one industry organization has spoken out against the proposal. The International Surface Fabricators Association CEO, Lori Weber, says ISFA doesn't believe the ban is the answer. In a statement, Weber said, quote, "The problem is not the material. The problem is employers ignoring the law and a lack of enforcement resources to ensure compliance," end quote. Instead, the ISFA proposed a collaboration with WOEMA membership on worker outreach and developing data collection and exploration of new treatments for silicosis. Quote, "Working together, we can close gaps fast and give workers and families the protection they deserve," end quote, Weber said. She will make a presentation before the California Safety Standards Board on January 15th.
This edition of Radio Stone Update is sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of the world's toughest, most beautiful quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology in yet another brand new state-of-the-art factory. Quantra's quartz surfaces come in over 80 stunning designs in 3 sizes with every customization possible. Choice of thickness, cut-edge profiles, polished, super-honed, brushed, and other finishes, from slabs to cut-to-size countertops and all the way to prefabs. You name it, Quantra does it. And now, Quantra launches the world's first range of seamless, one-piece molded quartz sinks and basins, made with Quantra's own exclusive proprietary technology, unique in all the world. Speed, quality, commitment, that's Quantra. To know more about the world of Quantra, come visit www.quantra.in.
While healthcare professionals are taking on quartz products in California, another battle continues over surface imports. The U.S. International Trade Commission will hold a hearing February 24th in Washington on a possible safeguard action, aka a Section 201 petition, that could limit imports of quartz surfaces and has generated support from some U.S. manufacturers. The petition alleges material harm on U.S. manufacturers due to imports and requests a 50% tariff and country-by-country quota system. If granted by the U.S. ITC and approved by President Donald Trump, the action would be in place for up to 4 years with a possible 4-year renewal. The petition comes from the Quartz Manufacturing Alliance of America, the QMAA, including most U.S. quartz producers. It brought the request to the U.S. ITC last fall. However, the shutdown of the federal government caused the proceedings to be delayed. During the delay, the QMAA has added more companies to its group. Original members Cambria, Daltile Mohawk Industries, Guidoni USA, and Architectural Surfaces, which has since withdrawn, are joined by Hyundai L&C USA, and the group notes letters of support from LX Houses, E-Stone Surfaces, and Hendrix Industries. Opponents of the effort have also organized. The group Save Quartz Jobs, in a December statement, says its mission is, quote, protecting American jobs and ensuring continued access to affordable quartz surfaces, end quote. The group claims its ranks include more than 1,000 U.S. fabricators, installers, distributors, and suppliers. Quote, if imposed by the president, these restrictions would dramatically increase material costs for U.S. fabricators and installers, destabilize supply chains, and further strain an American housing market, end quote, according to the Safe Quartz Jobs launch announcement. Save Quartz Jobs also contends that U.S. production meets only a fraction of current national demand. The U.S. ITC, in its December 1st Federal Register notice on the petition, noted that it received statements of opposition from one quartz manufacturer and, quote, more than 700 entities stating that they were independent fabricators of quartz surface products that oppose the petition, end quote. After next month's hearing, the Commission will make a determination on injury to U.S. manufacturers by April 1st. If the answer is yes, a second hearing on actions to be taken will be on April 14th. The U.S. ITC will forward its recommendations to the President by May 1st. He can accept it or craft a different action involving any combination of tariffs, quotas, and trade agreements. For more information on Save Quartz Jobs, visit www.savequartzjobs.com. SURFEX, the new kid on the surface fabrication industry trade show block, just opened exhibitor registration for its late 2027 debut. All companies interested in participating in the first show, scheduled for November 3rd through 5th, 2027 in Indianapolis, are invited to sign up. The new show will be held at the Indiana Convention Center and is being developed by the Stone Equipment and Supply Alliance, SESA, in collaboration with industry associations and partners. Coordinating organizations include the International Surface Fabricators Association, ISFA, the Natural Stone Institute, NSI, the Stone Fabricators Alliance, SFA, Marmomac Italy, and other industry groups. The goal of the new event is to bring together equipment manufacturers, material suppliers, tool providers, and service companies in a single event that prioritizes education, innovation, and meaningful business connections. Quote, the event is designed by and for the fabrication community, end quote, said John Lanktu, SESA CEO and spokesperson. Quote, SURFEX will focus on meaningful education, hands-on solutions, celebrating the craftsmanship and innovative materials that drive our industry forward, end quote. For more information on exhibiting at SURFEX, go to www.surfexshow.com. When Coverings 2026 convenes at the Las Vegas Convention Center March 30th, activities on the show floor won't be the only draw. Dedicated to ceramic tile and natural stone, show organizers have unveiled an extensive education program for the event, which runs through April 2nd. A major highlight of Coverings 2026 will be a marquee session featuring Gary Sinise, actor, humanitarian, and founder of the Gary Sinise Foundation, along with representatives of the Natural Stone Institute, NSI, and the National Tile Contractors Association, NTCA. Entitled Building Hope, a conversation with Gary Sinise, NTCA, and NSI on serving veterans through skilled craftsmanship, the conversation will center on their collaborative work through the Sinise Foundation in constructing specially adapted, mortgage-free smart homes for the most severely injured military members and first responders. Those in attendance will learn how tile and stone professionals have contributed and garner practical guidance on ways to participate in future builds, including the donation of both skilled labor and materials. The presentation will take place on April 1st from 8:30 to 9:15 a.m. Attendees at Coverings 2026 will also have access to nearly 24 other sessions organized into 3 core learning tracks: installation and fabrication, materials and trends, and workforce and profits. For a full list of educational programs through Coverings 2026 or to register, go to www.coverings.com. Registration is free through February 1st. After that date, it will increase to $49. On-site registration during the show will be $49 online or $99 in person. Despite declines in granite and marble exports caused by increased U.S. tariffs, Brazil's natural stone sector recorded its highest export volume ever in November. Total sales from January through November equaled $1.35 billion in U.S. dollars, according to data from the Brazilian Natural Stone Association Centro Rojas. That figure surpasses the previous record set in 2021 of $1.34 billion. With an 18.7% increase over the same period last year, the 2025 results highlight the resilience of the Brazilian industry. Even with the tariff hike, the United States remained the largest importer of Brazilian stones, accounting for 54.4% of exports and $735.4 million in sales from January to November. That's a 15.7% increase in volume. The U.S. continues to be the top consumer of materials, primarily for kitchen and bathroom countertops. Still, Brazilian officials think that sales could have been stronger if not for the 50% tariffs which were imposed in August. Since that time, Brazilian exports of granite fell by 17.3% and marble by 16.5% to the United States. Quartzite is exempt under the order, and sales of it grew by 39% during the period. During the same time, sales to both China and Italy grew, reinforcing Brazil's role as a key supplier to major stone processing and re-export industries. Sales to China grew by 13.6% and represent 16.6% of Brazil's total output, while sales to Italy increased by 46.3% and represent 7.8% of Brazil's stone sales. Both countries primarily import raw blocks. Brazil also expanded its international sales to the Middle East over the first months of 2025. Heightened demand has been met with a direct maritime route between Rio de Janeiro and Abu Dhabi for the first time in 25 years. The new route cuts shipping times from about 3 months to just 30 days. Centro Rojas President Thales Machado says the results through November demonstrate the strength of the Brazilian stone industry and the importance of the collective effort made to strengthen the sector's international presence. Quote, "We enter 2026 with positive expectations," end quote, Machado said. In other industry news, the Stone Industry Education Series will go coast to coast again this year, and it added one more event. The regional workshops with 10 stops around the United States are one-day events that bring fabricators and other industry professionals together to share experiences and gain insight into topics pertaining to their business. They are presented by the Natural Stone Institute and Stone World magazine. The schedule shapes up as New Mexico Stone Summit, February 12th, Florida Stone Summit, March 12th, Tennessee Stone Summit, April 16th, Michigan Stone Summit, April 30th, Minnesota Stone Summit, May 21st, North Carolina Stone Summit, June 25th, Washington Stone Summit, July 16th, New Jersey Stone Summit, September 17th, California Stone Summit, October 8th, and Texas Stone Summit, November 5th. For more details about the 2026 events, go to www.stoneindustry.education.com. The International Surface Fabricators Association, ISFA, announces filling 2 positions on its staff. Amy Kiriasis is the new Chief Operating Officer, COO, for the organization, while Joe Corona is the new Operations and Systems Administrator. Kyriazis has been a member of the ISFA team for years, serving in a variety of roles that have strengthened the organization's mission and member value. In her new position, she will oversee operational strategy and development and cross-department alignment to enhance ISFA's efficiency and impact. Although new to ISFA, Corona has more than 8 years of experience improving operational performance, implementing technology solutions, and supporting teams through systems administration and process organization. The 26th China Xiamen International Stone Fair is now open for early bird registration. The fair will be held March 16th through 19th at Xiamen International Conference and Exhibition Center. More than 2,000 companies, from quarry owners to manufacturers and innovators, will showcase the latest materials, finished products, technologies, and solutions. Each attendee must register individually. Those who have previously attended may go online to activate their existing accounts. The Key Buyer program for the Xiamen Stone Fair is also now open. Designed specifically for industry leaders and key decision makers, the program is tailored to enhance your sourcing experience before, during, and after the event. Registration for the fair and for the Key Buyer program can be found at www.wap.stonefair.org.cn. Remember, following the government shutdown, Hard Surface Report is back covering the nation's hard surface imports at www.hardsurfacesreport.com. It's also not too late to give a listen as Emerson Schwarzkopf and I review the top industry stories of 2025 at www.radiostoneupdate.com. That's also where you'll find a transcript of this broadcast. I'm Kay Shipper for Radio Stone Update, and we'll see you here again soon.
This edition of Radio Stone Update has been sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology and yet another brand-new state-of-the-art factory. Learn more at www.quantra.in.